the ship's clock is striking, boards are dreaming and put off the day. Get up and get going while you're still in the pink, because, oh my friend, it's later than you think.
We're aboard SS Atlantic, 3 days out of New York with 435 passengers bound for the Caribbean. A 20,000-ton ocean-going hotel with hot and cold running water inside and out. The travel ads imply boy meets girl, or vice versa. Well, let's say they usually do. Actually, if you've never taken an ocean voyage aboard an American export Branson liner, our pictorial panacea will give you an idea of what you're missing. If you have made such a cruise, this might bring back pleasant memories and perhaps induce you to sail again. There's nothing quite as invigorating as fresh air, you know. Oh, we admit airplanes are much faster. But did you ever see anybody play ping pong on a plane? Or shuffleboard in the aisle? Really, aboard ship, a little exercise is good for the waistline. They only serve 5 meals a day. "1,600 miles southeast of New York, passengers get their first sight of land, El Morro, the 15th century Spanish fort still guarding the entrance to San Juan and the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. "15 hours ashore for sightseeing. Time for a dip in the surf from San Juan's oceanfront hotels that are American with a Spanish accent. Ponce de Leon was the island's first governor. We'll never know why he ever left to search for the Fountain of Youth. Another day, and if you're on deck as early as the captain, you'll see the lovely harbor of Charlotte Amalia on the island of St. Thomas in the first rays of morning. A free port since pirate days, Charlotte Amalia is now raided only by tourists. A travel writer once called the Virgin Islands a beautiful bargain basement, shaded with palms and irrigated by rum. Moggin's Bay, across the island, is one of those delightfully secluded spots you'd never expect to find, except on a travel poster. Steaming further southward, the Atlantic points for other ports of call. En route, search is instituted for the potential Miss or Mrs. America. Perhaps you can guess who he's cheering for. Whether it's Calypso or the climate, the Caribbean atmosphere has everybody swinging. Nighttime is carnival time. Entertainers become pirates. Landlubbers go nautical. Bankers and businessmen become beachcombers. Bold buccaneers from Toledo and Topeka bounce to the rhythm of the islands. From Kingston, Jamaica, largest English-speaking city in the Caribbean, there's time for a one-day excursion across the island with stops in picturesque villages where the Yankee dollar still speaks for itself. Spanish Town, once the capital, dates back to the days of the conquistadores. Its centuries-old buildings in Government Square, a reminder of the island's swashbuckling heritage. But it's on the north coast, the Riviera of Jamaica, that you really fall in love with this land of wood and water. Ocho Rios and fabulous Dunn's River Falls, where the river meets the sea. Between island hopping, there's table hopping. In the Tradewind's dining room aboard ship, one gourmet was heard to say he was eating his way through the Caribbean. Some wind up the evening watching a first-run movie. Others, with more energy, beat out an old-fashioned get-acquainted dance, country style. Curacao, 30 miles off the coast of Venezuela, is the only place in the world where you can drink beer made from distilled seawater. The canal through which all ships enter Willemstad bisects the capital city, sort of a nautical Main Street. The city is connected by Emma, the world's longest pontoon bridge. Named for an old Dutch queen, Emma, the bridge that is, was the brainchild of an American consul. When Emma is open for ships, either you wait, take the ferry, or drive 10 miles around to the other side. Shops feature duty-free foreign merchandise, and like St. Thomas, it's a bargain hunter's paradise for tourists from the north. When Peter Stuyvesant was governor here, he once sent soldiers to protect New York from the Indians. Now the Dutch look out for themselves. And a very pretty spot they've made of this bit of Netherlands in the Caribbean. Up through the Windward Passage, we stop off in Nassau. Naturally, in the straw market, you buy a hat. Everybody does. Here in this bright capital of the Bahamas, the atmosphere is traditionally British, yet with a personality all its own. In fact, it might be said that Nassau is enjoying its first period of respectable prosperity. First, it was a haven for pirates. During the Civil War, blockade runners. During Prohibition, rum runners. Now, tourists run in on cruise ships to trade vacation dollars for the island's incomparable sea, sand, and sun. As an indication of how things have changed, this once was Hog Island. Now it's called Paradise. Making her way up the coast at a leisurely 20 knots, the Atlantic puts back to New York, her home port, and is soon off on schedule for another holiday cruise. This trip, the Iberian Peninsula, the Mediterranean, the Italian and French Rivieras. Putting into Lisbon, she passes the impressive Vasco da Gama Tower, Portugal's monument to the glory of her famous navigators. Like Rome, Lisbon is built on 7 hills, and if you've wondered what became of trolley cars, they're here. Native dancers are invited aboard ship to entertain. For those who wish to stay ashore, there are nightclubs in the city. But the Atlantic provides its own nightlife, brings along Broadway entertainment for the entire cruise. Introducing the Vargas. Across the Strait of Gibraltar, the Atlantic docks at the intriguing Moroccan city of Tangier. Ah, yes, Charles Boyer, come with me to the Kasbah. Once a haven for smugglers and trafficking in all sorts of questionable enterprise, this cosmopolitan city is a rare treat for the tourist. In the native quarter, time seems to have stood still. A long-time British resident says Tangier is the last city in Africa where a foreigner can enjoy life. But with all they're able to see and do ashore, more than one of Atlantic's passengers, returning after a day of sightseeing, are heard to say,
"You know, living on the ship, it's like coming home. Nice to get back."
Next day, the Atlantic is on her way through the Mediterranean bound for Italy. In the New World Room, every night is opening night. Gateway to Italy is Naples. Here, too, the Atlantic is a familiar visitor. Built like an amphitheater around its famous bay, with Vesuvius for a backdrop, Naples is a city of many sights, sounds, and smells. The Neapolitans say that laundry is their flag. Pompeii, half an hour across the bay, is still one of the great tourist attractions of the world. Through the Tyrrhenian Sea to Genoa, SS Atlantic enters the hometown of Christopher Columbus, now transportation center for Italy's busy industrial north. The tricolor at the masthead means that the Atlantic is nearing Cannes, famous holiday resort on the gay French Riviera. Passengers disembarking by tender find a most charming Gallic welcome awaiting. Pretty girls with souvenirs of perfume and flowers. The Cinema Theater, which houses the famous Cannes Film Festival, lures the younger set. And if you're lucky, you may even get an autograph from a brand new starlet. Yes, they do say there's nothing like travel to broaden one. And when you travel by ship, every day ashore and at sea can be an unforgettable Atlantic holiday. Glad you came along?
Oh, the ship's clock striking, come aboard, sail away. Just don't sit there dreaming and put off the day. Get up and get going while you're still in the pink. Because, oh, my friend, it's later than you think.